Listen, I have to apologize for Friday's video. Let me just explain a few things while I start laying the cards out for this is Runecasting Wednesday, of course, and that's what we're going to do. I have to apologize for a couple things. Number one, how Friday's video turned out. The way this used to work with my old computer is this camcorder films everything in little segments. So when I put the memory card into the computer and then go and find the segments, I just highlight and drag and drop them into my editor, and then I take those and I drop them into the timeline. I was completely unaware, because this has never happened before, that they were out of order. I was not made aware of that. And of course I had I thought I had less time than I did. So I didn't properly check on it. That has been since corrected. So I apologize for the way Full Scale Friday looked, the way it felt, and the way it confused the hell out of some of you. I completely understand. The second thing, I apologize for not having the shorts for the last couple days. Time's just been tight, you know. Things have been going on. There's a lot happening both upstairs in my own head and of course in my real life. So trying to carve out a minute was just not possible. Plus I've been talking to people, reading certain things, and I do have an announcement, and that is that I will also be contributing to the upcoming Wretched Darkness game, which is urban fantasy, and as I understand it, it's going to be like World of Darkness. However, what I'm doing is I'm contributing a tarot-based mechanic, and they wanted some, Miguel and Sylvia wanted some authenticity. I said I would absolutely do it. I am still working on Wretched is the New Black, and we've had a big dust-up about the possible use of some AI art for it. Guess what? I am a working stiff, and it's just how it is. I mean, you know, I'm sure that there are good artists out there worth every penny that they charge. However, I just can't come out of pocket for it. Some have even said, well, why not do a Kickstarter? So I would have to do a Kickstarter for the art and then another one for the book. That does not make sense. Also, it just is what it is. The thing is, I'm entry level into this. I'm brand new to it. So if the content of the game is what matters to you, the AI art won't even be a problem. Because as more of those kinds of things sell, as you know, if I write more and of course hone my craft a little more. I've been writing stuff for like 40, well, not 40 years, but going on about 30 years. I've been writing stuff for a while. Being able to complete stuff is kind of the obvious sticking point, but I'm still working on it. I have not abandoned this project. I've stuck with it longer than any other project I have ever been inspired to have. Every time I get into it, it still very much inspires me in some way or another. So let's get down to this rune rating, because I'm going to be doing Rune of the Week, and I'm going to be making up the Moonology card for you and the Tarot card for you. They will just carry over into the next few days. And then Friday, ladies and gentlemen, one of my favorite days, Full Scale Friday. And this time we'll do it right. That much I promise you. So let's have a look at you. There we go. So what have you made the decision to end? This is what I'm talking about. A lot of us have made some decisions. We're ending our relationships with certain people, certain entities. We're just like, you know what? It has to be over. It has to be over for the next thing to begin. We can't keep going on with the same old, same old. It will get us nowhere. So what is it in your life that's ending? Because right now, I can tell you this last full moon in Gemini was rough on people, because you got the duality. We've had a lot of beginnings, we've had a lot of endings. We've had starts and stops. We've had, times of great highs and crushing lows. And I can tell you the crushing lows have been quite a thing in this holiday season. And as we enter Yule, that's probably going to become even more of a thing. So, what is it that's ending? Is it your apathy? Is it your enthusiasm? What is it? Because that's what you have to look at. That's what you have to explore. Whatever it is that's ending for you, something else has to come in and begin and take its place. But the thing to remember is that what you do for one will affect many, many others. Let me tell you something. I was actually having a talk with a friend and coworker yesterday, and he apparently some of the things I do, he's primarily in the photo lab. He was like, "How do you keep track of all of this?" And I showed him. And then he's like, "Would you object to me suggesting this to the rest of the crew?" I was like, "Absolutely not. Go right ahead. Steal it. Steal it. Take it. Run with it. I don't care. That's fine. That would help us if anything." I have moments where I can see that he's not feeling, not feeling it that day, and I'll crack out a joke, something just blast out, and I'll cause him to start laughing. And then I notice his mood picks up, and everybody he deals with is so much happier for having dealt with him. That's what we need to start looking at. Whatever it is that's ending in your life right now, you need to be careful with it. You need to carry over what you're beginning next, because what you begin next is going to go down a line. It's going to start a chain reaction. So what chain reaction are you looking to start? Let's find out. All right. So we have Yera, we have Tivaz, and we have Thurisaz. It's really strange to see the struggle at the end and the reward at the beginning. But I'm going to show you something. This is the reward. This is all the rewards that you reap for all the sacrifices and the hard work you've put in. You are going to see the fruits of your labors manifesting right in front of you every time you do them. Sometimes they'll be a little delayed, but you will always see them. You can see them on a daily basis. You can see it today. The key thing is, this card is about justice, but it's also something restorative. What are you restoring to the lives of others right this second? If you're not doing anything, what can you do to restore to someone else's life? That's going to be the trick, isn't it? When you're restorative, when you can see something has been taken from someone, I know there have been some losses lately. We have had some major losses. Kirstie Alley and many others. We can't restore those people. And their contributions, they still remain. But what we could do is we could take their lessons. What did they do? What was it they did that mattered? And we could carry those forward. That's restorative. The world doesn't have to lose further contributions just because that person is gone. In fact, their legacies can be kept alive. If someone else is at your job and they leave, what did they do? Are you sad to see that person go? It's time to take their contributions and carry them forward. That's restorative. What you do for one, you have to do for the other. You have to be able to apply yourself a little evenly across the board. Doesn't mean overextend yourself. It just means do what you can, do it fairly. Because if you're not doing it fairly, the fruits of your labors, sharing them with others can bring a lot of joy. And I know, some of us are like, no, that's mine, I want to keep it. And believe me, I completely understand that process, but right now we are in a season of giving. We just exited officially Thanksgiving. The official day of Thanksgiving for this country, the U.S. Now, we should be giving thanks every day. And we should be using this season to give gifts every day. And it has to come from you. It has to come from that place of your own abundance. If you're reaping abundance, you should be giving gifts to others. And it's not just you I'm talking to, although it's primarily you. Our struggles are not abated by the abundance. You've heard the term "mo money, mo problems." Well, here it is. The struggles are always going to continue. The question is, how do you deal with them? And really, can a storm consume you if you're the damn storm? I don't think so. Ladies and gentlemen, my question is this. If you've been selfish, it's time to end that. It's time to be a little generous. Show thanks to all those people that are in your life right now. Give them the gift of yourself. That doesn't mean act like you're a gift of the gods to everyone else. It means give of yourself. Give of your time. Give of your creativity. Show a little patience. And let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen, especially if you're tuning in my local area, patience is going to be absolutely needed. Because at the level of impatience I see in the world around me right now, if some people don't start showing some patience, they're going to end up killing somebody. I've nearly been hit twice at the stoplight. It's crazy. Time to kind of dig deep and show those virtues of yours. But just remember, not every virtue needs an audience. The struggle never ceases. Doesn't matter who you are. The rich may struggle in different ways than say I. A billionaire is definitely going to be struggling in ways different than I struggle. The billionaire may not know the struggle of putting food on the table during rising inflation, may not know the struggle of having to pay rent, may not know the struggle of, how much gas that they need to buy, how little they have to drive just to kind of make those ends meet. They may not know those struggles, but they know other struggles. Just as well, I don't know what their struggles are. I do know that they're there. Struggle is what shapes, molds, and defines us. And it's how we come through those struggles that matter. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for your patience and your kindness and your feedback during this time, which is it's still a little period of adjustment for me. Not gonna lie. Most of all, thank you for your understanding, because I truly appreciate it. So, with all of this being said, remember, I love you all. Take care of yourselves and each other. Always do what lights you up from the inside out. Share it with others. And as always, shine on. And before I go, Troll Lord Games is giving away 16 books. Go to their website, trolllord.com. Go to the store. You can download the Player's Handbook and the Monsters and Treasures Guide for absolutely free. They'll give you another 6 books for free. You'll find those in a little bundle on the same page. Go over to drivethrurpg.com and you will be able to add 8 more books. Ladies and gentlemen, if you wanted a full game for free, Troll Lord is so confident that you'll love their game that they're giving it away for free. And they know that you'll buy the physical copies later. Alright? Take care, everyone. Have a little patience with each other. pull each other through the struggles. That's the ultimate gift you can give of yourself, helping someone else with theirs. You'll find someone is willing to help you with yours. And again, shine on. Just a little bit of a post-credit scene here, because I don't know why, but I felt the need to share this. When it comes to struggle, as indicated by this card right here, the gods knew during Ragnarok, indicated by this card here, that it was probably not going to turn out well for them. However, they faced that uncertainty with a lot of courage. I mean, seriously. Odin knew what was coming. Oh, he knew good and well what was coming. However, he suited up. He went out. And he faced what was to be his ultimate fate. Right after that, his son avenged him. So, my question is, right now, many of us are facing kind of some terrible situations. How do we face it? Do we face it with the help of our friends? Are you willing to ask at times? You know, hey everybody, I'm kind of going through a lot here. Any kind of positive energy would be greatly appreciated. You ever do that? Because if not, maybe the days of keeping it to yourself, maybe those need to end. Facing something with courage does not necessarily mean facing it alone. Don't leave friends behind this holiday season. Let me tell you something. Last year, many of us left friends and family behind. We left them behind over our fear. This holiday season, I'm encouraging all of you, if you've done that, don't act like it didn't happen. Don't act like you can justify it. I'm sure in some people's minds they were completely justified in doing what they did. However, now is the time to reach out. Because if you were willing to reject, you have to be willing to accept them back. And if you were one of the ones rejected, I know I was, maybe it's time we took a little bit of a different action too. I don't know. Maybe our lack of forgiveness can actually be set aside. Maybe. Kind of depends. Again, it's all in how you handle it. That's going to make the difference. And if you find yourself left behind this holiday season, may I make a suggestion? Reach out to friends. Reach out to family. Reach out to people who were also rejected. And celebrate with them. Normally this is where I'd say I'd host an all-day live stream from High Notes, but High Notes has not been around a while. I ended up taking it off my phone. Who knows? I know one thing. On this particular Yule holiday, I'll be doing a reading for you. Maybe a live stream. You tell me, what would you like to see? Live stream or reading? Also, if you would like a full reading for yourself or someone else, links in the description below in the link tree. Go there. You send me something, anything $35 and under. You send me a $10 book, you're going to get 2 readings and a birthday reading. Anything over $35 gets you 4 readings and a birthday reading. Cool? Alright. Take care of yourselves. Just remember, you do have someone here who does care about you. Alright, don't be hesitant. Reach out. Let's talk. Especially if you just need to rant for a little bit. Alright? I don't mind a little text-based ranting. It's fine. Alright, take care. Love you guys. See you on the other side.